Hello, my name is Hinako Yokohagi, and in this video, as we learned in class, I would like to summarize this theme of truth as I circulate through the two stories we learned. The exploration of truth is a central theme in both Gorgias' The Encomium of Helen and Plato's The Allegory of the Cave from the Republic. While Gorgias, a sophist, and Plato, a philosopher, approach the concept of truth from different perspectives, their works collectively illuminate the complexities and challenges of discerning truth from illusion. Here's my outline for the video. I will be talking in three separate parts, first being of the Encomium of Helen, whilst I talk about what the Encomium of Helen talks about, its rhetoric and persuasion, its relativism of truth, and emotional and psychological impact. In the Allegory of the Cave, I will be talking about illusion versus reality, the path to enlightenment, and the role of a philosopher. Finally, there will be a comparative analysis where I compare the two, with rhetoric versus philosophy, perception and reality, and ethical implications, and my conclusion at the end. Now, starting with the Encomium of Helen by Gorgias of Leontini. The Encomium of Helen by Gorgias of Leontini is a rhetorical masterpiece that seeks to exonerate Helen of Troy from the blame of causing the Trojan War. Gorgias employs his rhetorical skills to argue that Helen was not culpable for her actions, as she was either compelled by fate, force, persuasive words, or love. The sophist's primary aim to demonstrate the power of rhetoric to manipulate perception and belief, thereby questioning the very nature of truth. Helen is used as a tool in this to show the power of language. Gorgias asserts that language has the power to persuade and manipulate. He argues that Helen was persuaded by the force of speech, which he likens to a powerful drug or magic. This perspective suggests that what people believe to be true can be shaped by the skillful use of words, rather than by an objective reality. Gorgias implies that truth is not absolute but relative and can be constructed through rhetoric. By presenting multiple plausible explanations for Helen's actions, he challenges the notion of a single objective truth. This relativism suggests that truth is often a matter of perspective and can be influenced by the rhetorician's ability to craft compelling arguments, meaning that one person's truth can be another person's lie. And emotional and psychological impact. Gorgias also explores the emotional and psychological impact of speech on the human mind. He argues that persuasive words can alter perceptions and emotions, leading individuals to believe what they are told rather than what is objectively true. This highlights the susceptibility of human judgment to rhetorical manipulation. Okay, now moving on to the Allegory of the Cave by Plato. In contrast, Plato's The Allegory of the Cave from the Republic presents a philosophical exploration of truth and reality. Through the allegory, Plato illustrates the journey from ignorance to enlightenment and the challenges of recognizing and accepting truth. The allegory depicts prisoners chained in a cave, perceiving only shadows on a wall as reality. When one prisoner is freed and exposed to the outside world, he initially struggles to accept the truth of the sunlit world. This allegory symbolizes the human condition, where people often mistake sensory perceptions for reality and resist the truth when it challenges their established beliefs. Plato argues that true knowledge comes from intellectual and philosophical inquiry, not from sensory experience. The freed prisoner's journey represents the philosopher's quest for truth, which involves ascending from the world of appearances to the realm of forms, where true knowledge resides. This ascent is painful and difficult, as it requires abandoning familiar but false beliefs. So in his mind, you have to be able to throw away the truth in what you believe in to find the actual truth. Plato emphasizes the role of the philosopher as a seeker of truth and a guide for others. The philosopher, having attained knowledge of the forms, has a duty to return to the cave and enlighten others, even at the risk of being understood or rejected. This highlights the ethical responsibility of those who possess knowledge to share it for the betterment of society. This can also be seen in today, where, like teachers, people teach to their young to show what is true to them. Now moving on to the comparative analysis. Both Gorgias and Plato engage with the theme of truth, but their approaches and conclusions diverge significantly. Gorgias, as a sophist, focuses on the persuasive power of rhetoric and the relativity of truth, suggesting that truth can be constructed and manipulated through language. In contrast, Plato, as a philosopher, advocates for the pursuit of absolute truth through reason and intellectual inquiry, emphasizing the transformative and ethical dimensions of true knowledge. Gorgias' works underscores the potential of rhetoric to shape and even distort truth, while Plato's allegory stresses the importance of transcending sensory illusions to attain philosophical truth. This contrast highlights the tension between the art of persuasion and the pursuit of objective knowledge, which is the big difference in these two. Both works acknowledge the human tendency to mistake perception for reality. Gorgias exploits this tendency to demonstrate the power of rhetoric, whereas Plato uses it to illustrate the need for philosophical enlightenment. This juxtaposition reveals the dual nature of human cognition, its susceptibility to manipulation, and its capacity for transcendence. Gorgias' relativism raises ethical questions about the responsibility of rhetoricians, while Plato's emphasis on the philosopher's duty to enlighten others underscores the ethical imperative of sharing knowledge. This comparison highlights the moral dimensions of truth and the different roles that rhetoricians and philosophers play in society. In conclusion, Gorgias' The Encomium of Helen and Plato's The Allegory of the Cave offer profound insights into the nature of truth. Gorgias' sophistry challenges the stability and accessibility of truth, emphasizing its malleability and the power of rhetoric, meaning that truth can change. Plato's philosophical allegory, on the other hand, advocates for the pursuit of absolute truth through reason and intellectual inquiry, highlighting the transformative and ethical dimensions of true knowledge, meaning that he seeks the truth and the actual truth beneath everything else. Together, these works provide a comprehensive exploration of complexities and challenges of discerning truth from illusion. That is it for my video, and thank you for listening.